Okay, let's talk leaf cleanup tips. Now, I don't have a leaf job to film, so I'll just talk about it right now. But if I was doing a bunch of leaf cleanups, and just to go a little deeper, the reason I don't have a lot of leaf cleanups is because I take on a lot of yards that have, or they're new subdivisions, so they don't have big mature trees, so there's not lots of leaves to be falling down. But I did that by design. That wasn't an accident. I'm not crazy about doing big leaf jobs. So the yards that I have, there's not a lot of leaves dropping. I have a couple here and there that will be in an older neighborhood that I'll do later on, but they're still dropping, so I haven't done them yet. But just a quick tip when it comes to leaf pricing. This is a mistake that I made a lot in the past, and that was underestimating the labor and the time needed to do these giant leaf cleanup jobs whenever there's leaves all falling from the tree. They're all over the mulch beds, they're in between the shrubs, they're just caked up, there might be existing leaves. So just the leaves that are falling down, I would always think, they're not worth that much money, so I would underprice all these leaf jobs, and whether I was putting them into the organic paper bags and lining them up on the street, or if I was taking them to the dump site, or if I was taking all the leaves, putting it in my truck bed and just dumping it at the dump site, whatever it was, I always underestimated it. So going forward, and what I've been doing and what has been working great is the only way to price a leaf job, there's so many different ways, there's so many variables. Just think about how much it will take you, how long it will take you, right? With the yard, when I'm mowing it, I can just kind of look at it and I don't really think about time. I just think about what is the size of this yard in correlation to my other yards, and usually it falls at around $50 per mow. But when it comes to leaf cleanups, there's just no telling, honestly, how long it will take unless you've done that yard already. But for a first time leaf cleanup, I would go $100 an hour bare minimum. And I wouldn't be afraid to go higher if the leaves are that much more technical and if there's that much more work to do by just blowing them out with a bunch of little spaces in between. So when it comes to leaf cleanups, I would charge $100 an hour minimum. So a 3-hour job, that's $300. And if the customer says no, then I walk away happily because I'm not going to do it for any less than $100 an hour. Mowing is easy. If I'm going to be doing an hour worth of mowing, I'm going to be making $100 per hour with the type of yards that I price. So $100 an hour by doing something that I enjoy. So if I'm doing an hour worth of mowing, making $100 versus doing an hour worth of leaf cleanups where I'm just raking, blowing, and it's not that fun to me, I'm going to charge, if not the same, if not more. So $100 an hour for mowing, well, $100 to maybe $125 an hour, just depending on how much work I have lined up, how much recurring yards do I have on my schedule, how many other cleanups. And if I have a lot on my schedule, I'll price it a little bit higher. So if they want to take me on, if they want it done properly, it's going to cost them a little bit, but either way, the work is going to be done. And if they want to take me on it, then I'll do it. If they don't, then the life goes on, and I'll just continue advertising and talking to new customers and working with my current customers. So moral of this video, when it comes to leaf cleanups, there's a million ways to do it, but ultimately you're going to be either raking it up, blowing it up, putting it into the street, and just shoveling it into either the paper organic bags, or you're putting it in the truck bed, or if you have one of those dumpster dogs or a vacuum, that's a different story. But me, all that I ever had was a rake, a blower, and I was putting it either in bags or I was putting it in tarps and then dumping it into my truck. So take into account how long is it going to take you to be on the job to blow it all around, put it all away, whether it's in the bags or it's in the truck bed. And then think about, do you have to take it to the dump site? Think about the time for that, the labor for that, and then also take into account the fee to enter the dump site. Say if it's $20 to bring your truck bed full of leaves, then add that $20 to the price, and then think about the extra 30 to 45 minutes of you driving to the dump site and unloading all the leaves from your truck bed. So just take that all into account and just go for, I would say, $100 an hour, maybe more, just depending on how busy you are. But just take this away from me and from my experiences. Leaves are no joke, and they are a lot of work and a lot of effort to have it done properly. So don't be afraid to charge more than you would for doing something such as basic mowing. Charge more for leaf cleanups. And also think about this. Leaf cleanups are only 1 to 2 times, give or take, a year. Probably just one time. I don't know why it would be 2 unless you did it in the middle of the fall and then at the end of the fall. But at the end of the day, it's probably going to be either 1 big cleanup or 2 little cleanups. So it's not like it's done throughout the year. So you can charge more because it's a year's worth of leaves falling down. So just think about it like that. I hope that helped. This is leaf cleanups. If you want to work with me, if you want me to help you build your business, makemoneymowing.com. We can work one-on-one, and I'll get you operating just like me, so you can live this cool lifestyle with cool giraffes just like I do by being your own boss. With that being said, makemoneymowing.com. Hit you guys up. Happy Thanksgiving and peace out.